commercials. Hey, everybody. We're back with Daniel Craig. Daniel, you have a new film. You have a new film called Queer, which is based on the novella by William S. Burroughs. And were you aware of Burroughs? Like, did you go through, like a lot of young people do, go through your beat poet period?
I did, but not really with Burroughs. Sort of Ginsberg and Kerouac were kind of like the my ins there.
What did you know about Burroughs before
I'd read Junkie years ago, or I'd pretended probably to read Junkie, probably one of those books that
Sure.
you know.
Same
and I knew of the Nirvana connection and the kind of, you know, the sort of Patti Smith connection. And in fact, I was just this morning down on the Bowery at his old apartment, which used to be a hangout for all the people that played at CBGB, I'll get this right, CBGBs?
That's right.
Thank you, God.
Yeah.
And we would all hang out with him, so everybody from Lou Reed and just, you know, used to hang out with him there. So that connection I kind of knew about, but I hadn't read many of his books. And I certainly hadn't read Queer, which is quite obscure.
You do this beautiful performance.
Thank you.
With an American accent.
Yes.
Which you've done before. Benoit has an American accent.
Little kind of.
Oh, no, he has an American accent.
Subtle one.
What did you have? How do you land on an accent for anyone? How do you train your voice?
I mean, you just pick some voices. I mean, he's Midwest, so I just picked a few famous people and listened to them. I mean, I'm trying to remember who I picked for him. I think maybe Robert Altman was a sort of a key in, because he's from that area of the world.
Are there not a lot of recordings of Burroughs himself?
There are, but he had this way of speaking publicly, which the other thing is, Queer is a book which is written, he uses for want of a better word, an avatar, which is William Lee, which is not him, and it's an invention.
Sure.
So I didn't want to do you know, mimic him. I'm really terrible at doing that anyway, so I can't do impressions. So, and so I kind of picked someone and then tried to sort of thread in a bit of Burroughs that I, you know.
Okay, so Knives Out. I'm gonna get back to Knives Out.
Yes. You had Josh on it last week, right?
Yeah, we did. We had Josh Brolin on. Yeah. He said joining that cast was one of the most fun things he's ever done. Like, actually shooting the thing was the most fun he's ever had.
That's amazing.
What's it like to be in, like, when you're the senior, you're the one who's coming back, you know, for the third movie.
Sure.
Do you give people any advice on how to do these films?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, you might and say, like, this is, you know.
I don't think that's my place, but no, I'm just amazed when, you know, Ryan says to me, and Josh Brolin's going to do it, and Glenn Close is going to do it, and Mila Kunis is going to. I'm like, bring it on! It's amazing. So when they turn up, it's just have at it, and everyone comes to have some fun. So
and do you have as much fun as it looks like?
Yeah.
It
You have to.
looks extraordinary.
You have to. Yeah, you have to. Yeah. You've got to keep it like that's part of my job. I'm court jester.
Well, you know, I like everything that you do, but those are really old-fashioned, fun whodunits, which you just don't see anymore.
Right. Yeah. No, true.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just got fact-checked by Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is true. I mean, they're fun to do as long as Ryan keeps writing them. I'll keep doing them because you know.
What's a guy got to do to get cast in one of these?
You know, it's not my department, but I mean, I can probably put in a word if you're kind of. I mean,
definitely put in a word.
Do you have a CV?
I'm sorry, what?
A CV.
Resume.
A resume.
Resume.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Maybe a headshot.
I juggle.
Yeah.
Yes. I drive stick. I know Excel.
Right. Horses.
Yeah.
Can you ride a horse?
Yes.
And accents.
Hello. I'm Daniel Craig.
That's it. That's incredible.
I do the clown.
Yeah.
I do the clown. I'm Benoit Ball's younger, more sprightly brother. I accuse you, Benoit, of being the murderer himself.
It's a done deal.
Good.
It's a done deal.
We turned the camera off. We turned the camera off a long time ago, by the way.
You sort of battered me into that, really,
Thank
didn't
you
you?
very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Daniel, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Queer is in theaters now. Daniel Craig, everybody. We'll be right back. Lee Carvalho.